Tales of Tanorio is a breath of fresh air on the Roblox platform. Before we get into it, let's see what it has to offer.
It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I get a little anxious when you call me on the phone. Somebody said that it fades away, but in the intro it was hard to see that way. It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I'm in denial about living life alone. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. I can't keep it together anyway. When every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. I can't keep it together anyway. When every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay that way.
Tales of Tanorio is a breath of fresh air on the Roblox platform. Unlike most trash games like Blox Fruits and Soul RNG, to the good games on Roblox like Hours and Deep Woken, this game is a one of a kind on this platform in terms of quality and effort. I knew as soon as I launched the game that this game was gonna be great, just from the banging intro music from Kyle Island Music. I knew this was gonna be special. And it had his voice acting? What?
I had no idea Tenorio's past was so intense.
That's unheard of. You're in for a wild ride with this game. Part 1. What is Tales of Tanorio? If you've played any Pokemon game, let alone any creature catcher, because fun fact, Pokemon did not create the genre. It's just like that, where the battling system is 4 moves and type advantage and disadvantage, or how some people put it, rock, paper, scissors system. And stats determine how much the moves do or if they go first or last. It's a basic mechanics of any Pokemon game if you played them, and that's all the deep parts that come with those games as well. Part 2, the gameplay loop. If you've played any Pokemon game, just like I said earlier, you know the gist. Catch creatures, level the creatures, fight the gyms, or whatever challenge there is in the game. Gather better creatures or different creatures and train them as much as you like, and try to make your favorite team comp. This is the Tales of Tanorio gameplay loop, in a simple way to explain it anyways. And it's as effective as Pokemon has been, because, you know, Pokemon's using the exact same formula since the 90s and it's still kicking. So, it works quite well in this game as well. Part 3, quality of life. So this game has an actual tutorial, which is a big thing for this platform, because most games on this platform do not have tutorials. I'm looking at Strongest Battlegrounds and all the people that think you should know everything. But this game has a proper tutorial with voice acting, and it'll tell you what starter you want to choose, but it doesn't really show you how to battle properly or what type advantage or all that status. But Pokemon doesn't do that either, so it's kind of just something you have to learn on your own. I don't exactly know all the type charts, but I'll put it up right now if I can go find one. But a lot of them are self-explanatory and straight rips from Pokemon, so if you know the Pokemon type charts, you can pretty much assume most of it in this game. So, there's that. And if you play Pokemon, you know the move tutor is annoying to go to all the time. You need to change moves or you forgot a move on accident. This game has a move tutor built in to the party screen, and you can switch at will at any time, which is a huge quality of life thing. Like, massive. You don't understand. If you accidentally forget a move, or your Pokemon or Tanorian just learns a move and you want to switch it out, it's huge for quality of life. Any Pokemon player will know that the move tutor was annoying as hell to deal with. You can also fly without needing a TM or a Pokemon that can fly. All the TMs in this move are, well, comparable TM activities like vine climbing or flying. You don't need a Pokemon / Tanorian that can do it. You just need to have the badge to be able to do it. And it's crazy. Now you don't have to have a TM slave like in Pokemon games in the old days, which is huge quality of life. It means you don't have to waste one member on like a useless Tanorian. So, like, in terms of quality of life, this game has great quality of life. Like, great. Part 4, monetization. Now, this is where most Roblox break on me. And thank God this game doesn't. This game's monetization is very simple. You can buy Tenno cans that have 100% catch rate, which isn't that big of a deal. It's not like you can't catch them with a lower percent catch rate. It's just a numbers game. But there is 2 incenses that are used to increase the rate of Pokemon and used to find the other starter Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure this is it, and it's not that much of a big deal because 50 Robux for a permanent catch is easy and it's not that expensive. And the other 2, I'm guessing if trading becomes a thing or breeding, they'll become obsolete pretty much immediately. But for the people that want them for themselves, yeah, I can see it being useful. And as far as I can tell, this is the only monetization this game has, so thumbs up. Could have been a lot worse, especially for a game of this style where they could have put like special Tanorians behind paywalls. That could have been real bad. Part 5, other things. So what would I compare this game to on the platform? Pocket anime, but free would be a good way to put it. Because if you like Pocket Anime, you'll most likely like this game, as they're both the same formula. And of course, if you like Pokemon, this game is right up your alley. And it has voice acting, which Pokemon doesn't even have. So I would recommend this game to people that like those types of games, and creature catchers in general. Part 6, graphics. Well, I'm not a big graphics person, especially on Roblox. I don't really expect it. This game blew me out the water with the graphics, from the nice cities, the skybox, the models, the evolution screens, the whole shebang. I really don't want to talk about it too much. I would rather you have the chance to experience it for yourself, as they're great. Some of the best on the platform, for sure. Like, Bloxfruit's graphics, I mean, they're already trash, and I'm pretty sure most people know this, but compared to that, it's like the best thing ever made. Part 6, problems. While I did uncover a couple bugs, none of them were game breaking. Like trying to go into this cave kind of didn't work the first time, but I just exited out and it worked. And then just like this weird menu not going away after trying to change my nickname, but it not working. And nothing that couldn't be fixed just by exiting and re-entering the game. But this game does have its fair share of bugs, but nothing game breaking, just annoying. So I'll give it that for problems. My experience with this game was pretty good. I don't know how others fair shared with the bugs, but for mine, nothing really that bad happened. If anything bad happened to you, tell me in the comments. Part 7, my thoughts. This game is everything I think a good Roblox game should be on this platform. Monetization is there, yes, but it's not atrociously bad like Bloxfruit's, where it's $40 for a single fruit. This game, it's very unnecessary to buy anything if you don't want, and you would pretty much get the same exact experience. You would just have a little bit harder time catching the same mons, but you'll eventually get the same ones, as, you know, it's just catch-based system, so as long as you chuck enough cans, you'll eventually get it, so it's not that big of an issue. And I also believe this is a great stepping stone for the platform, and hopefully more developers follow suit with voice acting and putting actual effort into their game instead of us getting Souls RNG and Bloxfruit updating every 5 months and just adding one new fruit and then dipping, and also making that one fruit $40 like the damn Kitsune fruit was, and then adding no actual content. I know it's a rant for Bloxfruits, but that game is something else and does not deserve the popularity it has. But there's my personal thoughts. I think this game is great as a longtime competitive Pokemon player. So, there's my thoughts. Let's get to the final verdicts. But before I get to the final verdict, before I forget, let me talk about my favorite Tanorian, Draciela. I didn't really expect much to be catching the early game bug Pokemon, but then it evolved into Draciela because it has 2 different forms apparently, and I got the one at night apparently. And this thing was the MVP. Dark and bug typing is a really good typing in this game, as there is a lot of grass types. And then there's a lot of cosmic types or psychic types, and it's able to one-shot, and thanks to its ability, it allows it to do even more damage with its signature move, Parasitic Bite or whatever, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's basically Life Leech from Pokemon. It steals their health while doing damage, and he was the MVP. He was the reason I was able to get through this game so quickly. So yeah, he's my favorite Pokemon and on the thumbnail. All right, let's move on. Part 8, final verdict. To be honest, this might be the first 10 out of 10 on my channel for any of my reviews. Not because it's totally perfect, no game is, but for what it is a great creature capture, and it's probably only going to get better as it progresses in its lifespan. As we could tell, they put a lot of effort into this. There's a theme song, there's voice acting, the models look great, custom animations for every single one. The graphics for the overworld, the exploration, the story has some actual thought put into it. This is like better than a lot of trashy indie games, which is crazy to me. Sure, the content's not there, but I spent at least a good 5 hours to finish everything there was in the game. And this is just at launch. Imagine how long it's gonna get later. I think this is, and it's all free too. Like, I didn't spend a single piece of Robux to do any of it. This is a oddity for the platform, and I think it deserves a 10 out of 10 overall and a 10 out of 10 for potential, because there's so much they can do with the creature capturing genre. They can still add trading, online battles, there's so much. And I want to give my prayers and thoughts to the developers for putting their heart and soul for this game. Like, thank you so much. This is what the platform needed. Like and subscribe, Zazels and Zazets. This song goes out to all the Blox Fruit developers. You can make it different. You can make it right. You can make it better. We don't have to fight. You can make an effort, starting with tonight. 'Cause you can make a change.